What's going on, everybody? MC Andrew Love back on your screen and your speakers one more time. And welcome to another edition of Let's Chat and Jam. In this episode, I speak to a sister out of Buffalo, New York. Her name, NDure. Check out this interview we did right now. What's going on, everybody? MC Andrew Love back on your screen and your speakers one more time with another edition of Let's Chat and Jam. In this episode, I'm speaking to a sister out of Buffalo, New York. Yeah, this woman here, she is dope with it. She could sing for years. Any production you put her on, she's gonna shine. I'm telling you, I can't wait for you to meet her, folks. So without further ado, let me bring in NDure.
Hey, what's going on? How y'all feeling tonight?
Yeah, feeling pretty good. How are you feeling?
I'm good. You know, just keeping busy, staying afloat, you know, but doing behind the scenes, a lot of behind the scenes work. I know people ain't seen me like out there like I normally would be, but you know, you got to fall back to get back. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still working behind scenes. So,
well, I'm glad that you are doing something in the industry because you, my lady, are dope.
Thank you.
I mean, just the way you rock the crowd, either being a hostess or being the artist. It doesn't matter what you do on stage. You are going to shine all the time. Right, and that's what's so dope about you. And you got your fragrance, your perfume. You got all this stuff going on for you.
Right.
It's just amazing what you're accomplishing in your short time since I met you.
Right.
But when did you realize you had a passion for music?
I was 13 years old. I was 13. You know, as a teenager, you know, you're coming up and, you know, you try to find your identity and then you want an outlet. You know, music was my outlet. It allowed me to be myself. It allowed me to talk about things that you normally can't say out in public and everything, and to express who I really was and to become who I am today. So.
Who are your greatest influences?
Man, you already know, like my greatest influence of all time is Mary J. Blige. But I do have new artists that I've been plugged into and I've been really studying the market. Like I said, you know, coming up, it was, you know, Mary J. Blige, it was Lauryn Hill. It was going, you know, towards a lot of the hip hop groups. When it came to visuals, it was Missy Elliott. When it came to hip hop, it was KRS-One, Busta Rhymes, Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, Michael Jackson, Prince, you know, things of that nature, Faith Evans, you know, the whole bad boy entertainment thing. But as time ventured on, you know, you always got to reinvent yourself and keep it going. Lately, I've been listening to a lot of Lucky Day. I've been listening to her, Gavion. I've been listening to Little Durk. I've been listening to Kid Cudi's new album, Man on the Moon 3. That's the new generational music I've been listening to. Also, who else? JoJo. I've been going with a ritual playlist of studying like how the new music been going and what direction it's been headed to or what have you. I've been listening to Jacquees, Brent Faison, who else? Zion McCall. That was just the latest joint I just listened to. JoJo got that song with PJ Morton. Well, PJ Morton kind of is on the longs of the line with the artists Glenn Lewis and Stevie Wonder. So he sounds just like them. Glenn Lewis and Stevie Wonder sounds just like them. But I'll tap it in. I'll tag it in the video with you and then give you a little playlist of what I've been listening to lately, just to reinvent myself, see another direction I'm going as far as writing is concerned, who else I could write for. I really like the new generational music and where it's going when it comes to R&B and jazz. You know, don't get me wrong. I have my little ratchet music where I need my little Durk and my little, I ain't gonna lie, I like Little Durk. I ain't gonna lie. Little Durk actually got this new song called Miami. Oh, Doja Cat. Doja Cat just came out with a new fire joint with The Weeknd. She just put that out two weeks ago. Oh my God, it is fun. I love that song. That's where I've been with studying the new line of market when it comes to the musicians that's coming out and who's, popping right now along the lines of the genre of R&B, soulful, and jazz. I also been listening to jazz too.
Who you got as far as songwriters, if you've been following them?
Oh, her, Brent Faison, Mario. I'm still listening to some Usher, Pharrell Williams. He been writing. Well, I know he's a producer, but I've been listening to him. That's basically it. I can say off the top of my head without, going to my phone and be like, oh, let me Google. But that's what I got off the top of my head so far.
So when you're not in the studio, what do you do?
Either I'm working on designs for my clothing line, I was at a little standstill and a dilemma with that. And I'm going to tell you why. When you start getting into the designer part of fashion, you have to have not only time, but consistency, and you have to read the market. Okay. I wanted to venture into that because with the way things are set up nowadays, with everything, like you got families now, you don't have one person in the household that got one job. They got one or two. Okay. And sometimes they're in the healthcare field and then they go into a restaurant. Well, artists nowadays in the music industry, entertainment field, we have to do the same thing. Like yourself, you know what I'm saying? I looked at you as a development manager, but you also, not only did you manage, and I seen you do promotion and be a promoter at the same time, you also did interviews with artists as well and got into the PR work. Like you can't just have one thing. The entertainment field won't allow you to. You have to be ventured off into a multitude of things in order to stay relevant. So I did that with the fashion. And when I said I was at the standstill, I saw that everybody in this area, which is nothing wrong with it. It's like, okay, get the brand out there. They'll put their name on other clothes and everything else. What nobody knew is that I already knew how to sew. And when I had spare time, I would make stuff. And then once I started learning how to do my sewing machine, it was just a wrap, MC Andrew. I'm telling you, it was just a wrap. So I recently did a fashion show with Donna Derna. What I learned with the fashion world, in this area, just really studying everything. What I noticed is people were more accustomed to getting their brand out there, which is nothing wrong with that. But I wanted to do something different. As an artist, as any artist should do, when you're into anything, you always want to go in that lane, but you still have to be different. You can't be like everyone else. And in order to be different, you got to do something to stand out. So I studied, researched, started drawing on my spare time outside of music. And I said, hey, I know for me, it would be more or less with my fashion line, doing everything custom. I'm going to have to, because it's just in me to create. I love to create. And then if I'm not doing that, it's the fragrance. I did take a halt on it because I got new bottles. I actually did some photos that I'll be uploading soon. I meant to do it the other day, but I have the magazine that I'm writing for, and we're doing the entry, and it's the deadline for the day. So I'm actually submitting everything for my section, because I have my own section in the Independent Artist magazine called Endure the Movement. It's like you said earlier before we started, it's all just about promotions and stuff. I have faith in God. I'm a true believer in that. So I'm just allowing the time to flow. And I feel like my consistency alone will get me where I need to go. You know what I mean? Whether it's in fashion, music, or it's me hosting, I know how to stay relevant. And I'm always, each and every day, reinventing myself. So outside of music, when it's the magazine, or it's the fragrance, or it's the clothes, you never know. I don't feel like I'm stretching myself too thin with that, because as I said before, the entertainment world, the way it's built and set up today, it forces you to have to wear a multitude of hats. You just can't be doing just one thing. You can't.
True that. And I didn't even know you observed me the way you did. Just how you explained to the people what it is I've been doing for the last couple of years. I didn't realize you observed me like that. Thank you for your eyes. Because you just reminded me of what I did. I'm like, oh shit, I do all that?
Yeah, wow. You did. You definitely wore. I've watched you over the years, at least wore about 4 different hats. It was development with artists. It was being a promoter. When you weren't promoting, now it's PR work. You're doing public relations with, multimedia now. That this is a part of broadcasting, whether it's through the BDS broadcast and digital distribution systems. Still, Zoom is a part of digital media, and it's a platform, a way of getting people out. All you got to do is get the word out there. So it's basically broadcasting. So you done wore 4 different hats.
Yeah, broadcasting has always been my forte since I was younger. I always wanted to be a DJ growing up. And then DJing is not so easy to get into because they want you to have at least 2 college degrees. So I ventured off and did my own thing. And now I'm doing this. And I have another platform going to pick up my podcast. They're called Boomplay. Boomplay hit me up and said, hey, we want to pick up your podcast on our platform. And these guys...
Is that kind of like iHeartRadio and everything? Or
Yeah, Boomplay has a lot of things going on with them, but they're mainly outside of the U.S.
Okay.
So the podcast would be in other countries, including Africa, that continent.
Yeah, and that's another thing when it comes to the entertainment world and how it's reinventing itself. COVID-19 has allowed a lot of folks to, we're staying at home, but everybody reinvented themselves to developing their own podcasts. They're selling things offline. People have become web designers. It's like it forced them to go to their greatest potential and to dig deep within to see what could come out and blossom. And a lot of people realize, oh my God, I am a business owner now. This is, I can monetize and make money off of doing this. And I can monetize and make money off of doing that. And they are realizing a lot of talents that they never really had because it forced you, the pandemic, I said it once before and I say it again, it forced you to be indoors. And when you were indoors, it was like, well, now what we're going to do? You know what I mean? And it's like, hey, well, you got to do something with your time. And people were like, well, let me try this. And then when they tried it, it was like, oh, shit, I'm really good at what I'm doing. So and then they learned how to hustle and make money off of it because everybody is in demand of something. You just got to know what's your niche and the crowd of people that you need to cater to. Mine was I attract a lot of women who admire how I may do my makeup or the way I smell. Well, hey, if I got your attention in that, guess what? I'm going to develop a fragrance. I'm going to get it out there. I'm going to have a bottle that's attractive, a brand, a look, and I'm going to market it the best way that I possibly can. If things will pick up in time, I'm always optimistic because once I have a direction or a train of thought in my head, don't nothing in my head or my plans go astray. It don't never have some attention to it. So it's just a matter of building that team, which I'm in the place of doing that, and getting it strategized and consistently movement. But as far as clothes is concerned, I have material that I can sell right now. Things take time. I'm at my own pace. That's the love that I have at being independent because you don't have to go according to corporate structure. It's on my time. And then I have creative control. So then I can see forth how I visualize it and know that I have fans that can appreciate and take it in accordingly to how I want it to be seen. And they will attract to it. Oh, we want the fragrance. Oh, we want the ad-piece skirt. Oh, I seen that you had on. I like that. I want that. Oh, I heard your new song. I want a copy of that too. That's how I'm staying afloat. It works well for me at this point. Will it progress? Yes, it will. Why? Because I'm optimistic about it. I believe in my brand. I believe in who I am and what I'm doing. And I feel like as long as I stay the path and keep the direction I'm going, the possibilities are endless. That's just how I feel.
You dang Skippy, the possibilities are endless. Yeah, so you got a song that you did with Boogie Blue, who's also from Buffalo, New York. Is that correct?
Yes.
And this song is called Damn Shame.
Yes.
Can you tell us about this song?
Well, with damn shame, I'm always talking about relationships and everything. Just because I talk about relationships in most of my songs doesn't necessarily mean I went through it per se. I do have a lot of people that do look up to me. They come to me and they like, hey, Nat, I'm going through this. What is your opinion on this, this, and that? And sometimes I will piggyback off of what was, expressed to me and feel the need to tell people on how I would have handled that situation or create an imagery of what my anger or what I could have done. Basically, develop a storyline and give a conclusive theory to the storyline. And with damn shame, there's a lot of women who have dealt with this. Okay. A lot of the women that are in the prison systems have been accustomed to domestic violence, a lot of violent relationships and everything that resulted into them being incarcerated. And I wanted to go along lines of that point of view of what it would be like behind bars and what led up to that. So I built a story according to what I have personally dealt with in the past. And it was like, yo, I wanted to, but I didn't. But what if I did? This is where I would have been. Truth is, I'm confessing to the judge. Yo, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. I'm also reiterating in that song that even though you may be sorry, people got to understand something. For every action, there is a reaction, and there's consequences to your actions. And people have to realize that we have to be responsible for what we choose in life. And that's the reality of it. And it is a damn shame. Sometimes we allow ourselves to get lost in those relationships, let it dictate our emotions, control who we are. And then bam, we done lost control because they done pissed us off. We done felt disrespected. Now I done took them out. I know it sounds funny with the way I explained it, but how many women have you known in reality that actually done that though? For real. Let's keep it a buck. You know what I mean? There's a lot of women who probably are incarcerated that have that same storyline that I sung about, where they were in that abusive relationship. They got tired of the bullshit. Oh, he think he playing me, huh? But they never intended it to end that way, or either they didn't give a damn that it ended that way, or they was like, look, I did it. I got caught. This is what I had to deal with. I left my babies behind. Look, don't ever do what I do. Don't ever do what I did. And I wanted to teach people. I've always been an advocate of that. Whatever I sing about, it's going to have a purpose. It's going to have a meaning. And you definitely going to learn off of what I'm bringing to the table. Bottom line.
Digging the vibes. And you people will be digging the vibes too when you press play over there on all these platforms. I'm talking about Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Watch those videos. YouTube Music, Deezer, iHeartRadio. That is my favorite spot, by the way. And the list goes on, because wherever there's streaming going on, NDure is in the middle of it. So there's no reason why you can't go tap in at your favorite platform, because that's where NDure is. If you want to listen to Mary J. Blige, go right ahead. But right next to Mary J. Blige is NDure. M-N, by the way, folks. It's alphabetical order. So tap in NDure, man. So right now, I'm going to play a snippet of the song, Damn Shame, by NDure and Boogie Blue.
All right.
This NDure, y'all. Woo. Yeah.
I love that, Jay.
And if you want to hear the rest of it, you know what you got to do, folks. You got to go tap in on those platforms where I told you to go to. And you can listen to the rest of that and enjoy NDure and Boogie Blue in your own time. Tell us some of your experiences you've had since you've been creating music.
Man, a breakup. A breakup, a new love, a new me, studying Reiki, planting, getting in tune with my individuality, becoming one with the universe, becoming a higher power in me, a divine feminine, understanding my crown, my purpose, my worth, and I'm loving the vibes I'm in.
Wow, you've just been having a lot of experiences going on since you've been creating music.
You see, I did the hand touch, right? I'm gonna do you like they be doing the artists on the Breakfast Club.
Oh, so we doing one of these, huh? Well, I do one hand. That's what I do.
What you say? One hand. You know how Dame Dash is. Dame Dash. I love his interview. I watched his interview he did with the Breakfast Club, and he was like, "Yo, why you keep talking about the same thing? I didn't want, or either they just be like, so anyways, change the subject. So that was just anyway.
Do you have any advice for the youngins that are coming up that want to do what you're doing?
Yeah. Study the market. Know your place in it. Really strategize on how you're going to put something out, and it's all within preparation. I understand it could be exciting at first, and it was like that with me when you start a project and you just rush and it don't come out the way you expect it to. Take your time, baby. Ain't no rush. It ain't no rush. The market may make you rush. Your family and friends may make you rush, but the more time you put into it, the more better quality will come out of it, and people will appreciate a lot more. So take your time, understand the direction you want to go, study the market. It's a never-ending market. The music industry, the entertainment world, is a never-ending market. And put yourself out there. Do not be afraid to perform. Create your own shows if you have to. And the way the world is set up independently, man, it just allows you to be you. So don't be afraid to step out and step into your purpose. That's my advice.
Do you have a process when it comes to creating music?
Yes, I do. I write the songs first. I figure out which songs that I want to put on there, how many. Then I visualize the cover art. I do the photo shoot, and then I make sure that I record all the songs. But this time around, instead of just recording the songs that I actually picked, I chose to record an abundance of songs, a collection of songs, and then pick which one I feel like is best out of that bunch. And then whatever else is left, it's not like a throwaway. That's the next album. That's how you do it, to keep it consistent. Because as far as the process with the cover art, after that, I make sure I put some songs out on digital platforms. I do my music videos right to those. So when you see Damn Shame, we're in the process of that music video will be out. I start loving every song that's out. They have a video to them. And then boom, I'm gonna go ahead and do my album release party. I apologize for my pausing. And bam, hey, just put it out there and do the promotions. Now I'm hiring people this time though. I'm not doing it by myself. I'm hiring folks to do my promotional part.
Do you have any burning desires?
Right now is to get this storefront. I want my own space. I want my own storefront, and to get the fragrance and the clothing line popping, where people was wearing At Peace and they're wearing NDure New York fragrance.
That's going to be dope, man. I'm looking forward to it, man. I really am. America and the world, it is I, MC Andrew Love. This is Let's Chat Jam. This is my special guest, NDure, out of Buffalo, New York.
All right now.
I'm going to tell you something, man. NDure is probably one of the illest artists I've ever heard, I've ever met. She's got music that's for everybody. I'm talking about everybody. If you're a man and you love your woman and you're doing everything you can for your woman, she's got you. And if you are a woman who's sick and tired of her man, she got you. And then, of course, if you're a woman that's carefree and you just love the world the way it is, then she got you. NDure has got a song for everyone, folks, man, woman, or child. And of course, NDure has her fragrance. As you heard earlier, she said she had to take it back because she had redone the bottles. Now the bottles are beautiful, and they're calling out your name. So go tap in. Go tap in.
What? Tap in.
Also, she got clothes, folks. You heard what she said, my clothing line. She dropped that. It wasn't no accident why she dropped it, folks. She wants you to buy her clothes. Put her clothes on. Right. I'm telling you,
some of the items that are for sale, they're already online, and you can see it on the page, on my Facebook page. It's called At Peace Clothing Line by NDure New York. You can go on my Facebook page with that. I also had a YouTube video that I've been sharing. I will share the link again on my page where you can see the models that I had included with my daughters. Right now, we're currently on doing the commercials for the fragrance and the clothing line. So,
well, I just want to say thank you for coming through the show. I really appreciate your time. Now, since you've been here for the first time, you've now become part of the Let's Chat and Jam fam. Means you don't have to wait for me to hit you up and say, NDure, come to the show. No, you can hit me up and say, hey, MC, I got something to promote. I got a new book. I got a new movie. I got a new fragrance. I got new music. It doesn't matter because anything you do, right. I want to know about it. And all you got to do is tap into me, hit me up in my DMs. And I'll look at my calendar and I'll say, hey, deal, you in the show. Let's go. That's how easy it is to be on the show when you're part of the Let's Chat and Jam fan.
All right.
Thank you so much for coming through. I want you to be safe out there in Buffalo.
Yes, I will. Thank you so much.
You're welcome so much. And everybody else, y'all be safe. And just remember this. If you have a dream, go ahead and go for your dream because only you can stop you. And nothing beats a failure but a try.
Okay.
Peace out, folks. Thanks for watching. And if you like what you saw, please subscribe to the channel. Also, like and share the content, as well as hit the notification icon so you don't miss any A Conversation With series right here on Let's Chat and Jam.